Hello again, everyone. Michael here with Felicity, a November 8033 Foxtrot, a Cessna flight training device that I built here at home. I'm going to go for our I-10 rating on the Pilot Edge network. There's a lot to take in. Well, for me, there's a lot to take in. I do hope everyone's had a decent day. DreamNed, hello. Been feeling kind of under the weather today. In fact, I had to call off work, but that gave me some time to work on some of my ground school, real world ground school. That is going to be our plan to try and fly this I-10. Real quick, we'll go over sort of the requirements for this rating. We're going to fly from SBA to SBP via the localizer DME back course approach alpha at SMX. Yeah, what's that mean? Let's take a look at this here. Our requested departure, let's just continue down here for alright. There it is, the Flout 5 departure out of SBA and via the RZS VOR. Or is that a VORTAC? Okay, that's a VORTAC. So, outbound, inbound. Sorry, I keep bouncing back and forth here. Let's take a look at our Flout 5 departure. And I am just going to overlay this right on our map. Alright, so we've got a circling left or right turn, depending on which runway we get, to intercept the San Marcos RZS VORTAC radio 197. We're going to track that outbound until we get to Flout. And we're going to identify Flout. I'll pause myself right there. We're going to attempt to do this VOR and DME. I do have the GPS on board. I will probably only use that to determine our distance away from our final airport for our circling approach, because we are going to need to remain within, I think it's 1.25 miles from the airport at our final destination. So we will identify Flout by tracking the San Marcos VORTAC outbound on the 197 radio. We're going to have, I suppose we could use either of them. So we could use VORTAC there, and pretty sure that's VORTAC with DME. That's what that symbol means, if I remember correctly. But either way, we can dial in set one of these on VOR2, and when both of our needles are no longer deflected, and they're pretty much on center, then that should identify Flout for us. And once we're at Flout, we will make a turn back inbound and track the, what was that? Let me just put this on my plate here. I guess I can't. Approach, departure. Okay, so it won't let me overlay that on my map, which is odd. But we're going to cross back over. Where am I going here? Basically outbound, back inbound, back to the San Marcos VORTAC. And before I get to San Marcos, I'm going to go ahead and inform ATC of my approach request to Santa Maria SMX. And upon doing that, I'm also going to inform them of my intention to go missed at Guadalupe there. So I find it rather interesting that, let's see, there's Flout 5. Why can I not send that over to my map? Probably because it's not to scale and I don't have a Jeppesen chart. But that's fine. Let's just write some stuff down so that we know. Okay. If we have okay, there's flout. Why is it not showing my VOR radios to flout? Probably because it's not technically a VOR intersection, and I thought it was. Okay, the border of the plate is not blue. Well, we may just do this GPS then. We'll file slant golf and see if we can't do this GPS. Yeah, I think you're right there, DreamNid. Because it's not drawn to scale, I don't think I can overlay that. So let's just check something else here then. Change your approach. Okay. So I can that one is georeference. So if we're outbound from okay, that's what I was looking for. Looks like we've got 18 DME, 18 miles from the San Marcos VOR to Flout. So approximately 11 miles from our takeoff area. Flout should be 3415.27.3. And okay, so that's our coordinates there. 3415.27. 119.57. Alright, that looks close enough. So it does have coordinates there for Flout. But either way, I'm going to make my circling turn and proceed outbound to San Marcos VOR. I guess I was thinking I needed to use GPS because I didn't see any VOR intersecting point for Flout. Let me hide this plate here. So if this is Flout, I don't see a VOR intersection there. So I'm not sure how I'm going to identify it other than tracking outbound on the San Marcos radio, or the San Marcos VORTAC, for about 11 miles. I'm not sure how else I would identify Flout using VOR. But it's on the plate. Alright, let's look at this plate again. Okay, so I wasn't wrong. I wasn't confused. I knew I had seen this. I guess at one point I thought I had this plate overlaid on my map, and I was looking for that. So we can use this. We won't have necessarily be a georeference. Okay, but here's the information we need. We can use the San Marcos VORTAC and the Ventura VORTAC DME to identify a flout. So we will dial 266 on VOR2. GBO is 18 miles. Okay. So maybe GBO might be the better one to use because it's closer. So in that case, we would tune our VOR2 to a heading of 141 on the GBO localizer. Okay, so we can still identify it that way. We'll just have to look at the plate instead of our map for that. All right, and then from there, after flout, so we'll turn back around and head to the San Marcos VOR. And so you can identify the other fix to meet the crossing restriction. Okay. Okay. Tell you what, let me just save this plate real quick so I have access to that. Okay. And then before we get to San Marcos, like I said, I'm going to inform ATC of my approach request along with the intention to go mist to Guadalupe and hold there. And then out of the hold, I guess while I'm in the hold, I can go ahead and request a diversion to San Luis, and with an approach request of the VOR. And once we get to San Luis, we're going to have to pay attention to our circling minimums. So let's see. I just want to do this in order real quick, kind of write myself a story here. So we've got a departure out of Santa Barbara. And then we're going to have our missed approach, which is going to be the VOR or the localizer DME back course alpha. Let's take a look at that. So this is the approach we're going to request along with going mist. Let's talk about our mist approach. Going to be climbed at 2,100 feet, direct to the Guadalupe VOR and hold. So if I'm going to fly the minimums, my missed approach point is going to be the SMX there. Basically, it'd actually be 0.5 DME from SMX. It's going to be our missed approach point. So with our aircraft, let's see, minimum's going to be 1,100 feet. So after we cross Pater at or below, or at or above 1720, looks like our minimum's going to be 1,100. And then what we'll do once we're climbing up to the GLI VOR, once I pass the station, I'm going to set a timer for 1 minute, and I'm going to fly that outbound on the 300, and after about a minute I'll make a 45-degree turn to the right, and we will do a 180-degree turn to the left and re-intercept the 120 radial back inbound and enter the hold. And we'll probably do one in the hold there, at least one lap. That'll give us time to kind of configure for our next approach and get a hold of ATC and let them know our intentions. So one minute out past Guadalupe, we'll make a 45-degree turn to the right and bring that back around, and we'll enter the hold. And then it's going to be 1 minute and 1 minute. And then from there, I'm gonna head to the Morro Bay VOR for the final approach, VOR approach into San Luis County Regional SBP. Let's take a look at this one. So if we look here, once we cross Morro Bay, we're going to make a left turn at a heading of 264 and track that outbound. And we're going to make a right turn to, so we make a right turn into a procedure turn to capture that back inbound on the 084 heading. And then I'm sure at that point, Tower would, advise us which runway we should expect to land. I'm really kind of hoping that we get this. What is it? 25. Two niner. I really hope we can get that runway, because essentially we'll kind of already be on a downwind, and we can just make that circle, that roundabout downwind base to final. And we do need to stay within, let's see, type A. We're on the DME, TACAN, so our minimums are going to be 1,120 and 1 1/4 mile. Technically it's from the end of the runway. I honestly have no idea how I would be able to conclude that, so I think at that point I will just put San Luis into the 430, and that'll kind of give me a situational awareness of how far I am from, approximately how far I am from the airport. And I would imagine as long as I keep it within a mile, we'll be fine. Let's hope for the best. I think we'll be. I think we can do. I think we can do this. 1 1/4 is visibility. Okay. All right. 1 1/4 is visibility. Either way, I still think I need to be about 1.4 miles from the end of the runway. Missed approach. Yeah, I don't think that I can exceed 1.4 miles from the airport there on that circling approach. Okay. 1.3 is in the other document. Let's see. Dream, I don't know what other document you might be referring to right now. That's right. Okay, that's right. That's where it's published at. And I think I downloaded that too. Instrument procedure. How about that? Look at that. It was right there. Okay, so that's us. We are category A, so 1.3 miles. Alright, so I'm just going to leave that there for a quick reference. Let me write down all of my important frequencies so that we have all of this information. So SBA, ATIS 132.65. Clearance is 132.9. Ground 121.7, and tower 119.7. Alright. Let's head up to SMX. ATIS 121.15. This one I'm gonna write sort of backwards. I'm gonna put tower as my next frequency. 118.3, and then ground 121.9er. Approach departure. I'll write that down, 124.15. Okay. And then from there, let's head to San Luis County Regional, which is SBP. ATIS 120.6. And again, I'm going to write this tower down first and then ground. I try to keep all of my frequencies on one piece of paper, and on my departure, I generally list my contact order, but on my arrivals, again, I'll list those as my contact order. So we'll grab ATIS first, and then tower 124.0, and then ground 121.6. That should be all of our communications frequencies we'll need. Now let's jot down our VORs. I just had that one here. So we'll use the GBO VOR. So flout is GBO VOR 113.8. And then we've got our San Marcos VOR Vortac 114.9. That's RZS. Okay. So with GVO and RZS dialed on, VOR2 and VOR NAV1 respectively, once both needles are no longer in deflection. Well, I wouldn't expect. I guess I shouldn't have said that. Once, because I'm gonna. I hope my RZS needle stays in the middle as I'm flying the outbound. But then once the GBO Vortac needle comes in the center, then that's when we're gonna be at flout. And it didn't really specify. I haven't really came up with any in sort of instructional way how to make that turnaround. I'm gonna assume it's just gonna be a 180-degree turn. It doesn't say that which way I need to turn or anything like that. It just says out and back in. So I'm assuming that I can just make a 180-degree turn and track it back inbound, left or right. Chart not to scale. That's why we can't geo-reference. Okay. GBO, VOR, got that. RZS, VOR, got that. What else are we gonna need? Let me hide this plate for now. Guadalupe, let's write that one down. It's a GLI. Guadalupe. And honestly, I don't know if ATC has a preference and or requirement whether I need to call it Guadalupe. I'm in the habit of just right. We are going to be at 6,000 feet. That's what we're going to file. So we need to be at 6,000 feet for that crossing restriction, as Dreamman just pointed out. Okay, so GLI, Guadalupe. 113.05. And then the Morro Bay, which is MQO. Morro 112.4. And I think that's going to be all of the nav aid frequencies we're going to need. Let me circle back around to the 6,000 crossing restriction here. Okay, so we're going to be Flout 5 RZS. So from over Flout intersection, I don't know if it's technically called an intersection. From over Flout via RZS 197 to RZS Vortec, cross GBO R092 at or above 6,000. Okay, so they're even using GBO here. So we need to be at or above 6,000. We'll try and be there before we get to Flout. And we'll write that down here. Flout cross at or above 6,000. Okay. And if we get, actually let's see if we can anticipate what we're gonna get here real quick. What's our weather at Santa Barbara? Weather 270 at 7. And runway best wind 25. So I'm gonna expect runway 25. So if we get runway 25, we're gonna turn left. And again, I'm not sure that they have kind of a semicircle depicted here. I don't know if I necessarily have to fly it in a semicircle per se, or if I can make it more of a teardrop 45 to grab that radial. I mean, I'll try and get it as close to a semicircle as I can. But you know, without being able to geo-reference my aircraft on this plate, I'm not sure how accurate it's going to be, if that makes sense. Okay, I think that's about all the information we're gonna need right now. I'll tell you what else I want to do here. Okay, let's take a look at weather further north real quick. VFR, winds 300, and looks like we're VFR. VMC conditions, I should say. We're going to be flying IFR in VMC conditions. I think that's about all we're going to need. So I think I'm ready to head to the aircraft if you're ready to the aircraft. ready to head to the aircraft, which is actually pretty close to us today. So I will see you over there momentarily. We'll go over weight and balance and fuel, and get this rating going. I'll see you in a moment. Alright, hello again everyone. Glad to see that you found the aircraft alright. Let's before we connect to our Pilot Edge network, let's go ahead and do our exterior walk around, and then we'll discuss weight and balance. Okay, so I'm going to use a bigger picture here. Don't see any flat tires, no oil leaks, pitot covers off. Let's get our lights on, check all of these real quick. Okay, strobes on, red on the right, taxi landing. Beacon, green on the right and red on the left. Our exhaust is secure. Fuel caps are on and in a streamlined position. Baggage door is secure. And we'll do a quick flight control check. Okay, up on the right, down on the left, up on the left, down on the right. Elevator, rudder. Alright, exterior walk around looks good. Let's get all of these off here. And our pitot tube was warm when we walked out and touched it here. WestJet, honestly, I never really thought about it, and honestly, I'm not entirely sure how I can accomplish that unless it's something in PlaneMaker, because I haven't seen an option for that in the actual X-Plane interface. So for this model, I can't say that I've ever thought of that. You know, if I can find a way to do that, I might look into it. The 172 Foxtrot that I fly does not have the wheel pants on it. Okay. Fuel.
look at our fuel. You and I on board with our gear. And I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and fill up both wings. Gives us a total weight of 2,076 pounds. Max gross is 2,300. Um, Gives us 5 hours, 50 minutes of flight time. And we'll apply those changes. She dropped down just a little bit with that extra fuel load in there. Okay, let's get started up. I do want to thank everyone for coming in, hanging out this evening. It's always a pleasure. I am going to open up my Discord air chat. So just keep it professional. Should you decide to join, say hello. That's all I ask. Okay. So we are configured for Pilot Edge. So let's go ahead and connect to the Pilot Edge network. Connect, that looks good. 172.
Connected to Pilot Edge.
Let's check our radio volume. Okay, that looks good there. All right. Alright, exterior summary. I can't really test the stall horn from here, but we did go over everything else. Fuel quality, drains. I didn't see any leaks. We checked our prop intake system exhaust. Let's move right along to our interior checklist. Passenger brief, and I'm just going to go ahead and ask you to fasten your seatbelt and keep it fastened throughout the duration of the flight. Alright, thank you, and please just go ahead and tug on that for me. Make sure it's secure. Okay. And we'll make sure your doors close. Sometimes it's 172, so you gotta kind of give it a little bit of that number. And I'm gonna have to find me some handles now. But we'd want to go ahead and make sure that our door handle is actually fully upright and in the horizontal position as well. Tack time's 81.9er. Hubs 2661.5. Okay. Tech time, hops time, circuit breakers are all in. And check our alternate static. Alright. There's a little bit of a drop there. A little bit of a puff in the VSI when we check that alternate static. And that's what we're looking for. Okay. Start checklist, seat track. Let's get scooted up here. Raise the flight controls. Alright, that feels good. Okay. Avionics are off, autopilot is off, carb heat's off. No auxiliary pump on this one. And mixture is going to go full rich. And prop is high currently. Slight under throttle. I give it maybe 3 today. We flew yesterday, so we shouldn't need that much. I'll give it 3 shots on that primer. 1, 2, 3. Primer's in and locked. Alright. Brakes are on. Clear prop. It's clear on the left, clear on the right. Nobody up front. Okay. Master's gonna go on. Beacon on. And mags to start. Alright, engine rotation, oil pressure's in the green. Gonna wait for our oil temperature to come up just a bit. We'll turn our landing light on for safety. And pre-taxi checklist. Seat belts, let's get those on. Okay. That is secure. Seat belts are on. Avionics going on. We'll grab some weather. And our ATIS here was 132.65.
Arriving and departing runways 25, 33 left, 33 right. Visual approaches in use. VFR departures contact clearance delivery, advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact that you have information X-ray.
X-rays current at SPA.
Santa Barbara Municipal Airport, ATIS information X-ray. 0053 Zulu. Wind 260 at 7. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 3,000, 4,500 scattered. Temperature 14. Dew point 9er. Altimeter 3003. Arriving and departing runways 25, 33 left, 33 right. Visual approaches in use. VFR departures contact clearance delivery, advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact that you have information X-ray.
X-ray. Okay. Altimeter 3003. That matches our field elevation of right about 13 feet. If I wanted to know what my density altitude is, I would take 29902 minus 3003 times 1000 minus 110. Okay. So give me just a second. My CFI just texted me, so let me respond to him. Okay. What else do I want to do? File a flight plan. That is important. Let's see, we can do that right here. We are IFR. November 803. Okay, gotta make sure that's correct because that's important. Type 172. Tell you what, let's go slant alpha. True airspeed, I figured we'll make 120-ish. Departure location. So it is SBA. Arriving location, SMX, cruising altitude. Tell you what, I'm gonna put 6,000, and our alternate's gonna be KSBP. Route of flight. So we were the Flout 5. Where's the yes? Remarks. And not using custom weather. We're on a rating flight, going for the I-10. Let's take a closer look at this. IFR is good, aircraft is good, type is good. We're going to be slant alpha today. Airspeed looks good, departure, arrival, cruising altitude, and got our alternate in here. Okay. Flight plan filed successfully. And there's something else I wanted to look at real quick. Okay. So at some point we're going to need to request the localizer back course. Okay. That's what I wanted to read. Prior to reaching RZS, request a localizer DME back course alpha into SMX. So I'm actually going to write that down because that's a lot. Localizer DME back course alpha. Alright, now I think I got all I need. Let's get our transponder on. Squawk mode Charlie, and we'll continue on our pre-taxi checklist. Set our altimeter, set our transponder, ADS-B, tied into my nav light, so let's turn those nav lights on. Radios, we'll test. Actually, let's just do that now. 123.45, and we'll go 123.45. Com 1, Com 2. Radio test. Radio test. Alright, radio's working. I want to get RZS dialed in on the nav 1, and that's 114.9. Okay, and then I want to get GVO dialed in on nav 2, which is 113.8. Let's just go ahead and confirm that both of these stations are operational. Alright, San Marcos is good. Alright, GBO is good. clearance is going to be 132.9er. And then we'll get ground dialed up while I hands here 121.7. Okay. So we're at Santa Barbara, so it's, what's it called, Santa Barbara clearance? Pretty sure that's what it is. Santa Barbara clearance.
For 295 Alpha Kilo, radar contact, say altitude.
1,100, climbing 2,400.
5 Alpha Kilo, roger, connect, SoCal departure.
Over to departure, thanks, 295 Alpha Kilo.
Santa Barbara clearance, November 8033 Foxtrot, request the I-10 rating, IFR to SMX, ATIS X-ray.
8033 Foxtrot, Santa Barbara clearance, it is on request, standby.
SoCal departure, Bonanza 295 Alpha Kilo, 1,700, climbing 2,400.
295 Alpha Kilo, SoCal approaching, cancel the altitude restriction, resume on navigation.
On navigation, 295 Alpha Kilo, thanks.
8033 Foxtrot, clear to the Santa Maria Airport, Flout 5 departure, San Marcos transition, then direct, maintain 3,000, expect 6,000, 5 minutes after departure, squawk 1652.
Clear to the SMX airport via Flout 5 departure, and the SMX, then direct, flight 3, expect 6 after 5, squawk 1652, November 8033 Foxtrot.
33 Foxtrot, read that correct.
33 Foxtrot.
John clearance, good evening, citation 204 Lima Echo, information hotel IFR San Jose.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, Goldie.
How are you?
I'm great, how are you?
Wonderful. 204 Lima Echo, gentlemen, clearance cleared to the San Jose Airport. Hero 3 departure,
Right.
IK transition,
So let's
then
get
as
over to
filed,
ground,
climb via the SID, except maintain
and we'll get my
5,000.
tower on standby,
Departure frequency 128.1, squawk
which,
6412.
if I can read my writing,
Clear to San Jose,
119.7.
Hero 3 departure, IK
Yeah.
transition, then as filed, climb via SID, except maintain 5,000 departures on 28.1, squawking 6412, citation 204 Lima Echo.
Or 4 Lima Echo, read back, correct.
Okay. So we got ground on active.
San Luis ground, sky high 519, radio check.
Loud and clear on the radio check.
Sky high 519, ready IFR to Marina Municipal.
Sky 519 is cleared to the Marina Airport. Creep 3 departure, Paso Robles transition on us filed. Maintain 5,000, expect 8,000, 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 124.15, squawk 3360.
Clear to the Marina Airport, Crep 3 departure, Paso Robles, then as filed. Climb maintain 5,000, expect 8,000, 5 minutes after departure. Departure on 124.15 and squawk 3360 for Sky High 519.
Sky 519, read back correct. For 64 Juliet Delta, connect Oxnard Tower 119.7.
Roger, Santa Barbara Tower 119.7, 64 Juliet Delta.
For 647 Romeo Golf, connect SoCal approach 135.4.
Alright,
135.4, 647 Romeo Golf.
295 Alpha Kilo, leave the Charlie airspace, now radar service is terminated. Squawk IFR, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, 295 Alpha Kilo, thanks.
Santa Barbara ground, November 8033 Foxtrot, at the north ramp, ready to taxi with clearance.
8033 Foxtrot, Santa Barbara ground, runway 25, taxi by Charlie and Juliet.
Runway 25 via Charlie Juliet, November 8033 Fox.
Santa Barbara Tower, helicopter November 64 Juliet Delta, 7.9 miles east of your position, and I have the airport in sight. Request full stop landing.
64 Juliet Delta,
Manual
Santa
brake
Barbara
test.
Tower, good evening, report a 3-mile final, runway 25.
Report
Right,
3 mile
brakes are
final
good.
for runway 25, 64 Juliet Delta.
Turn coordinators working. DG working.
Approach Cherokee 647 Romeo Golf, level 5000.
647 Romeo Golf, SoCal approach. We get an altimeter here for you, stand by. Chino altimeter's 3003.
3003, 647 Romeo Golf.
That's 7 Romeo Golf. Did you want the visual of the RNAV approach and differentiality tonight?
Would you
Tell you what,
visual
let me do
647 Romeo Golf?
Quick run up right here.
Romeo Golf, Roger.
It is only 13 degrees out right now, so it doesn't really matter if I'm pointing
Hello,
to the
ground,
wind. It's pretty cool enough. So let's look at our run-up checklist here. Brakes are on, our fuel is on both.
Taxi by Alpha.
Trim set for takeoff. Alright, instruments, all that looks good. Flight controls, we checked earlier, we'll check them again. Alright, elevator, rudder, fairly responsive. Down the right, up on the left, down the left, up on the right. Okay. Mixture, best power, primers in and locked, 1700, here we go, brakes on. Left mag, there's our drop. Right mag, there's our drop. Carpete, there's our drop. Okay, we'll cycle the prop. 1, 2. Rise in manifold pressure, drop in oil pressure is what we're looking for. 3. Looks good. Alright, suction looks good. Oil pressure, oil temperature looks good, good fuel flow. Let's go ahead and idle back, check our throttle friction, that feels good there. Alright, run-up checklist is complete. Let's go ahead and continue our taxi. Actually, tell you what, I apologize, I need to step out for just a second. I need to do this now before we get airborne. So I will be right back. Parking brakes on, we'll lean out a little bit for ground, and yeah, excuse me just a second.
Santa Barbara Tower, 64 Juliet Delta, 3 mile final.
64 Juliet Delta, Roger, runway 25, clear to land, wind 260 at 7.
Roger, cleared to land for runway 25, 64 Juliet Delta.
John Wayne Ground, good evening. Citation 204 Lima Echo, information Hotel ACI South, taxi.
Number 204 Lima Echo, John Wayne Ground, squawk mode C, please.
Stand by for Lima Echo.
I will stand by.
That should do it, 204 Lima Echo.
There you go. Runway 20 right. Taxi via Alpha Lima. Hold short. Runway 20 left.
Alpha Lima, hold short, 20 left. Citation 204 Lima Echo.
Alright, sorry about that. Some things just cannot be done in the air. Alright, let's continue our taxi roll via Juliet.
29 ready for departure.
Sky 519 San Luis Tower. Runway 29 are clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 29 Sky 519.
7 Romeo Golf, go direct French Valley.
Clear direct French Valley, 647 Romeo Golf.
Alright, via Juliet, and we'll go into runway 25.
John Wayne clearance, Sky 2697 Juliet IFR to John Wayne.
2697 Juliet, John Wayne clearance, clear to the John Wayne Airport after departure, fly heading 220. Expect radar vectors, Seal Beach, VOR. Then direct, maintain 2000, expect 3000, 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 128.1, squawk 5371.
Clear to John Wayne Airport, flight 220 on departure, radar vector Seal Beach. Then direct 2000, expect 3005, 128.1, squawk 5371. 2697.
I don't recall him giving me a departure frequency. But we
Santa Barbara Tower 64 Juliet Delta at off the runway Bravo Hotel. Request taxi straight ahead to parking.
64 Juliet Delta, Roger, Bravo Charlie to the ramp. Remain on this frequency.
Bravo Charlie to the ramp. Remain on this frequency. Have a good night. Thank you. 64 Juliet Delta.
You too, yeah.
Alright, here's my hold short, looks like. And we'll get a hold of tower.
Sky High 519, connect Santa Barbara departure.
Santa Barbara departure, Sky High 519.
For 27 Hotel, connect San Luis Tower 124.0.
Liberty Tower, 27 Hotel. Santa Barbara departure, Sky High 519, 2,800 for 5,000.
Sky 519, Santa Barbara departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 8,000.
Climb and maintain 8,000 was that, Sky High 519.
Santa Barbara Tower, November 8033 Foxtrot, runway 25, ready IFR, and can you give us that departure frequency again?
8033 Foxtrot, I didn't give it to you because it's the one listed on the chart there, and you're going to set the right code on your transponder for me, please. It's 120.55.
Oh, I didn't do my transponder.
San Luis Tower, November 1927 Hotel, established on the VOR outlet.
Fire 27 Hotel, San Luis Tower, circle south of the field for a left down, runway 29er, you are clear to land.
Circle south for runway 29er, cleared to land for 27 Hotel.
120.55. Okay.
Charlie Tower, citation 204 Lima Echo, holding short 20 left at Lima.
204 Lima Echo, John Wayne Tower, cross, runway 20 left at Lima, runway 20 right, clear for takeoff, wind 190 at 6.
Cross 20 left at Lima, clear for takeoff 20 right, citation 204 Lima Echo.
So we did...
33 Foxtrot, sorry, you said you're ready to go now, are you?
November 33 Foxtrot, we are ready, runway 25.
33 Fox, runway 25, clear for takeoff, wind 260 at 7.
Clear for takeoff, runway 25, 8033 Foxtrot.
John Wayne ground, Sky 2697 Juliet, clear Lacey with Eagle ready taxi, IFR departure.
2697 Juliet, John Wayne ground, runway 20 right, taxi.
I don't know where that departure
Kilo.
frequency would have been
20
published
right,
at.
via Bravo Kilo,
See.
maximum Juliet.
We got all these departures. Okay. I guess there's a heading there. Strobe's going on. Alright, and we're going to do a circling left turn. Alright, airspeed's coming alive. Let's rotate. Positive rate. And we're gonna go up to about 400 feet and make our turn.
204 Lima Echo, connect SoCal departure.
SoCal departure, 204 Lima Echo.
Chalming Tower, Scott 2697, Jill, hold it short of 20 right at Kilo, ready for departure.
For 2697 Juliet, John Wayne Tower, 120 right at Kilo, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, 20 right at Kilo, 97 Juliet.
SoCal approach, citation 204 Lima Echo, 2600, climbing 5000.
204 Lima Echo, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 13,000.
So 13,000, citation 204 Lima Echo.
Approach November 647 Romeo Golf. We'd like to request to cancel our IFR.
7 Romeo Golf, roger, IFR cancellation received. You got another 4 miles of the Riverside Class Charlie to go through and then I'll cut you loose.
Roger, 647 Romeo Golf.
Zero 33 Foxtrot, connect and departure.
Order departure, 8033 Foxtrot. Oh, what else did I forget to do? Set my heading indicator compass. Santa Barbara departure, November 8033 Foxtrot, 2100, climbing 3000.
8033 Foxtrot, Santa Barbara departure to contact, climb and maintain 6,000.
Climb maintain 6000, 8033 Foxtrot. So in the back course, we're going to be kind of opposite. So we need to kind of, instead of flying to the right, we would need to fly to the left a little bit. And I want to be at 6,000 before we get to Flower.
San Luis Tower, November 1927 Hotel, clear of 29 at Alpha Echo, request for straight ahead taxi to ramp.
27 Hotel ramp via Alpha, this frequency, pass for the ID.
Frequency Alpha, thank you. 27 Hotel.
For 7 Romeo Golf, radar service terminated, squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
Squawk and VFR, frequency improved, 647 Romeo Golf. Have a good night.
You as well, number 204 Lima Echo, connect LA Center 133.2.
332, 204 Lima Echo.
Hi, Bill. 204 Lima Echo, LA Center, good evening, climb and maintain flight level 360.
5,000. I was expecting to have to track this one opposite, but it seems like with from, when I got it dialed into from, it's tracking like it normally should to proceed right or proceed left. Alright, there's 6,000. Level off here. And we'll trim for this.
John Wayne clearance, good evening. November 557 Sierra Charlie with information India, IFR to Las Vegas.
557 Sierra Charlie, John Wayne clearance clear to the Las Vegas Airport, Anaheim 1 departure, Hexter transition, then as filed. Maintain 2000. Departure frequency 128.1, squawk 5335.
So I would imagine this needle is going to start to come in
Charlie's cleared to Las Vegas, Anaheim 1.
here shortly.
Hexter transition as filed. Maintain 2000, 128.1, 5355. November 557 Sierra Charlie.
7 Sierra Charlie, just confirm that squawk code 5335.
5335. 557 Sierra Charlie.
7 Sierra Charlie, 93 back correct.
Alright.
Sky High 519, connect Oakland.
That needle's coming back in.
Up to Oakland 128.7, Sky High 519.
John Wayne Tower, Sky 2697 Juliet, just checking in. I'm on 20 right.
97 Juliet, sorry about that, runway 20 right a kilo, left takeoff.
Alright, so we're almost there. Almost a flout.
Palomar ground, Moody 3 Yankee Foxtrot for radio check.
3 Yankee Foxtrot, loud and clear.
Thank you.
Delivery, November 462 Sierra Papa is calling to Santa Barbara at
aircraft calling,
Baron
broke.
58.
Okay, aircraft calling, I'm getting about every second or third word, it's just cutting in and out.
Alright. So that's about it. I think we're about there at flout. So let's swing this back around to about 04. And swing back around. Lift my left wing, make sure it's clear.
Right clearance delivery, November 462 Sierra Papa is requesting flight following to Santa Barbara at 8,500.
Okay,
Golf with information with
something to Sierra Papa, it's still coming in broken, I'm getting every second or third word.
Got it, I'll work on it.
say that transmission came in perfectly clear that time, but it's definitely cutting in and out.
Yeah, I got that a couple times. Maybe I just need to speak up, or I gotta check something. I'll call you back.
2697 Juliet, connect SoCal departure.
Over to departure 97 Juliet. SoCal departure, track 2697 Juliet 2000.
2697 Juliet, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 3000.
Up to 3000, 97 Juliet.
Looks like we need to be on about a 017, yep, 017 heading back.
Number 97 Juliet, turn right heading 010, say approach request.
Right to 010, and I will take the ILS 20 right with vectors 97 Juliet.
97 Juliet expected. Eight 8033 Foxtrot, this hotel at Santa Maria, advise when you have it, say approach request.
We'll advise when have hotel, and we would like the localizer DME Met course approach Alpha with intention to go Mist Guadalupe.
8033 Foxtrot, roger, cross San Marcos at 6000, cleared localizer DME back course Alpha approach.
Cross San Marcos at 6000, cleared localizer DME back course approach November 8033 Foxtrot. 121.15.
John Wayne Ground, November 557 Sierra Charlie, clear AC with India, ready for taxi.
Santa Maria Public Airport, 86 Information Hotel, 01510, wind calm, visibility status, light rain, ceiling 5,500 broken, 7,000 broken.
557 Sierra Charlie, John Wayne Ground with 20 right taxi, that's Bravo Kilo.
2.99.
Runway 20 right via Bravo Kilo, November 557 Sierra Charlie.
Still a little bit garbled. So I want to grab the 286 radio out of San Marcos. All right. Well, we're in a cloud now, it looks like.
Initial contact, you have information, hotel. Santa Maria Public Airport, Aegis Information Hotel. 01510. Wind calm. Visibility 7. Light rain. Ceiling 5,500 broken. 7,000 broken. 8,000 overcast. Temperature 11. Dew point moderate. Altimeter 3007.
Santa Barbara departure, November 8033 Foxtrot. We have hotel at SMX.
Number 33 Foxtrot, roger.
I want to get another radio panel. Right now my distance and ground speed is tied to nav2 on this panel here. GPS won't give me a distance even on the V-lock unless the fix is programmed into it. So if I get another panel, I could be able to have DME on nav1 and nav2. Something I'll think about maybe. Or I might just start using GPS more.
John Wayne Tower, November 557 Sierra Charlie, holding short runway 20 right at Kilo, ready for departure.
For 557 Sierra Charlie, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 right at Kilo, clear for takeoff. Wind is calm.
Runway 20 at Kilo, clear for takeoff. 557 Sierra Charlie.
Alright, so I want to be outbound from San Marcos on 286. Why is she climbing?
5570, Charlie connects SoCal departure.
Over to departure, set here, Charlie 5. SoCal departure coming November 5570, Charlie 1800, climbing 2000, heading 222.
Number 5570, Charlie SoCal departure, radar contact, direct Seal Beach, climb and maintain 900,000.
Clear direct Seal Beach and climb maintain 900,000, 5570, Charlie.
I'm going to make our turn outbound from San Marcos. Let's get up there on that. Melvin, hello, my friend. Hope you're doing well. We're on our I-10 rating for Pilot Edge. I think so far we've passed. We haven't failed yet, so that's a plus. Alright, we have 114.9. Well, we're just gonna track this out for a little bit. We were cleared for the approach. Alright, so I've got San Marcos. I put San Marcos in nav 2.
97 Juliet, turn right heading 100.
Right to 100, 97 Juliet.
And we'll put the localizer 108.9er. On the back course from the San Marcos VOR, this is where we have to track it opposite. If it says we need to go left, we really need to go right slightly. And we are at 10.5. Getting a little high in altitude. Let's get back down there about 6,000.
Juliet, turn right heading 170, intercept the localizer.
Right to 170, intercept the localizer, 97 Juliet.
Or maybe I was wrong about that too. It seemed like I'm not going to have to mirror image anything. It still has...
97 Juliet, 4 from Snake, maintain 3000 until established. Cleared ILS runway 20, right approach.
Maintain 3000 until established. Cleared for the ILS 20, right approach.
Alright, so even on the outbound, we would fly it, we would still fly following the needle.
33 Foxtrot, connect Santa Barbara approach 124.15.
Santa Barbara approach 124.15, November 33 Foxtrot. Santa Barbara approach, November 8033 Foxtrot, level 6,000.
8033 Foxtrot, Santa Barbara approach, Santa Maria altitude 3007.
007, 8033 Foxtrot. So we do have light rain in the area, so icing may be a factor. I'm showing 2 degrees Celsius.
Sierra Charlie, contact SoCal approach 135.4.
SoCal on 35, I believe you said 0.7, 557 Sierra Charlie.
35.4. 4.
35.4, Sierra Charlie with you. SoCal approach, good evening. November 557 Sierra Charlie, level 9,000.
Here 557 Sierra Charlie, SoCal approach, the Ontario altimeter 3003.
03, 557 Sierra.
204 Lima Echo, connect to Oakland Center, 127.45. Good night, Bill. Good to see you. Let me do that. '97 Juliet, connect John Wayne Tower, 126.8.
Over to tower, 26.8, 97 Juliet. John Wayne Tower, Sky 2697 Juliet on the ILS 20 right, with information Zulu.
2697 Juliet, John Wayne Tower, 120 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 20 right, essentially.
Gonna put our final destination in here, so it's already in here, so we know our distance. Do a heading indicator to compass real quick again. I'm going to go ahead and turn the pitot heat on.
7 Sierra Charlie, climb and maintain 1000.
Up to 1000.
It is apparently raining in the area. So at 29 DME from RZS, and if we intercept the localizer, then we should be at Cokes. Alright, my plane. Positive control. Situational awareness. Don't see any traffic, and oil temperature, oil pressure is good. Nothing on the annunciator panel. All of our instruments are looking good. Our cruise checklist gonna give us throttle prop, mixture instruments, and all of that's good right now. That's pre-fire missed approach again. Climb to 2100, direct to the Guadalupe VOR and hold. And our minimum's going to be 1100 feet. Alright, our localizer's coming in. Let's go ahead and make that turn to 300. So we need to cross Cokes at or below, or at or above 4600. So if we're clear for the approach, that implies that I should be able to descend. We just crossed Cokes, so let's go ahead and make our descent. Carpeed on, power back, full prop, full rich. Camco is the initial fix, and SMX is our missed approach point. 0.5 DME from SMX.
97 Juliet, taxi into the ramp via Bravo, remain this frequency.
Bravo with you. Have a good night. Thank you. 97 Juliet.
Okay, so this is where that reversal comes into play. This is where it reverses at. So I'm flying left to bring my needle back center. Camco at or above 3000.
8033 Foxtrot, connect Santa Maria Tower 118.3.
Tower 118.333 Foxtrot. Santa Maria Tower, November 8033 Foxtrot, 9 miles out on the localizer DME back course Alpha approach.
8033 Foxtrot, Santa Maria Tower, good evening, runway 30, cleared low approach and report the mist. You can execute mist as published.
Report low approach and going for the mist, and we'll execute the mist as published. 8033 Foxtrot. So we're climb to 2100 direct to Guadalupe, which is Guadalupe 113.05, which I've got on standby there. Camco 3000. Alright, let's hold off here. We're not quite at Camco yet. Alright, there's Camco, so now we can descend Pater 1720. Uh, 1700.
70 Charlie, connect Joshua, approach 126.1.
Joshua on 16.1, 70 Charlie, yep. Joshua, approach, good evening, November 5570 Charlie, 1000.
5570 Charlie, Joshua, approach, good evening, Victorville, altimeter 3004.
04, 5570, thanks.
Alright, we need to cross Pater and are above 1700. We are 1750. And then 1100 is our next altitude. That's going to be our minimum.
Burbank clearance delivery. Good afternoon. November 462 Sierra Papa is requesting flight following to Santa Barbara at 8,500. We're at Beach 58 Slant Gulf with information Zulu.
Sierra Papa, Burbank clearance departure frequency 134.2, squawk 4063.
Frequency 134.2, squawking 4063. Yep.
Sierra Papa, reback, correct.
Santa Maria Tower, November 8033 Foxtrot on a low pass approach, runway 25.
33 Fox, Roger, missed is published, contact approach 124.15.
Missed is published, approach 124.15 at 8033 Foxtrot. Alright, 2100 feet, direct Guadalupe, spin that around there. Alright, we need to go heading about 3290, something like that. Carpete off. We'll climb 2100. Alright, we busted 2100 there for a second.
Bank ground, Baron 460 Sierra Papa is ready for taxi.
So,
Sierra Papa, Roger, where you parked?
Guadalupe must not
we are
have
by fire
BME.
station.
Sierra Papa, Roger, runway 8, taxi via Delta.
Runway 8 via Delta, 20.
Alright, I'm gonna do it. .7, 1.6.
7 Sierra Charlie, contact LA Center 134.65.
LA Center 3465, 7 Sierra Charlie here.
Alright, we're at the station. Let me start 1 minute out.
557 Sierra Charlie, LA Center, the DAG at altimeter 3000.
Burbank Tower, Baron 462 Sierra Papa, holding short runway 8.
462 Sierra Papa, Burbank Tower, right downwind departure is approved, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
Right downwind approved, runway 8. Takeoff, 2 Sierra Papa.
Alright, there's our 1 minute. Make a 45-degree turn to the right. One, 2, 0. And let's do a 180 back to the left, re-intercept and get into the hold there.
.462 Sierra Papa, radar contact, altitude.
Leading 2,400.
2 Sierra Papa, thank you, connect SoCal departure.
SoCal departure, 2 Sierra Papa. SoCal departure, Baron 462 Sierra Papa, climbing through 2,700.
462 Sierra Papa, SoCal approach, Burbank, altimeter 3003.
03, 2 Sierra Papa.
And 2 Sierra Papa, you were assigned a right downwind departure. That does not look like a right downwind departure.
Yes, that's a right crosswind. Sorry, I'll head downwind now. 2 Sierra Papa.
It's okay, I just see you screaming right at the LA Bravo airspace. We'd like to avoid that.
Makes sense.
Santa Barbara approach, November 8033 Foxtrot is on the mist in the hold.
33 Foxtrot, roger.
And we're gonna go Santa Barbara departure, November 8033 Foxtrot. We're going to do a couple laps in the hold here, and then we would like to proceed to San Luis with the VORA approach.
8033 Foxtrot, roger.
It looks like we got a rate. I'm sorry I can't be on that right now while I'm flying this hold here. But whoever that was, I didn't catch who it was. Thank you so much. I'll catch up on the chat when I can. But welcome aboard, Felicity. So we'll get another minute on here.
Ground, good evening. Allegiant 154, Terminal 2 East with Delta, ready to taxi.
Allegiant 154.
Iron Condor Simulations.
27 taxi.
Welcome, thank you.
Runway 27 at Bravo, Allegiant 154.
We're on the
way, flight you out.
Pilot Edge I-10 rating, Skydiver Rob 137, thank you for the follow. Alright, our minute's almost up. Alright, do another 180. Sparky Pilot 86, thank you for the follow. Let's get another minute.
For 8033 Foxtrot, clearance to San Luis, ready. Let me know when you're ready for it.
We'll go ahead and ready to go to St. Louis, 8033 Foxtrot.
33 Foxtrot, clear to the San Luis Airport via left turn direct Morro Bay, VOR direct, maintain 4000.
Clear San Luis via direct Morro Bay, VOR direct, maintain 4000, 8033 Foxtrot.
33 Foxtrot, read that correct.
Alright, 4000, let's get up there. And our Morro Bay VOR 112.4.
70, Charlie, yeah, no problem. Just let me know when you're back.
Alright, we need a heading of 310. And 4,000 feet. Extreme Ninja 135, thank you for the follow. Alright, let's get up to 4,000. And then we will look at our VOR approach. I'm not trying to lose situational
Legion 154, shuttle runway
awareness
27,
here.
ready for departure.
Legion 154, Limerick Tower, runway 27, clear for takeoff, wind 27.
Okay. So we need to head to the Moore Bay VOR. Then we're going to take that outbound, make that procedure turn, and come back in. DME puts us 20.4 from the Moore Bay VOR. Making a ground speed of 104.
Cancel your release.
Okay, cancel takeoff clear, runway 27, line up and wait, Legion 154.
Halfway done. So far so good. They haven't failed us yet, so they must be doing something right.
Legion 154 in position, runway 27.
Roger. Runway 033 Foxtrot, cross Morro Bay at 4,000, cleared VOR Alpha approach, expect circle runway 29er.
Cross Morro Bay at or above 4,000, cleared VOR approach, expect circling approach runway 29er, November 033 Foxtrot.
November 460 Sierra Papa, contact Los Angeles Center 135.5.
Over LA Center 135.5.
Alright, there's 4,000, let's trim for this.
Miles northwest of Santa Barbara. Request GPS runway 25 Santa Barbara.
Legion 154, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 27, Legion 154.
November 413 Charlie, Santa Barbara approach, are you picking up an IFR?
I'm not picking up the IFR, I was just going to do this practice. I couldn't pick you guys up until I was in the air for whatever reason, so I just thought I would do this pop-up and just do a VFR. 413.
November 413 Charlie, squawk 7053.
70531 Charlie.
I'm going to set the autopilot for just a second here.
November 460 Sierra Papa, Los Angeles Center, the Santa Barbara altimeter 3004. November 41.
Alright, and it's just holding my altitude and heading, because
approach request.
After sitting here long enough.
November 41 Charlie, radar contact, Center
I would like the GPS for runway 25, I have Yankee.
I tell you, these Mazda 6 seats are probably not the best seats.
November 41 Charlie, just say your approach request.
I'd really like to grab some actual 172 seats.
GPS runway 25, 31 Charlie.
Yeah.
November 413 Charlie, roger. Legion 154, contact departure.
Departure, Legion 154.
Okay, 15.2 DME from Morro Bay. Which we're going to cross at or above 4,000. Then once we're over the station, we'll track that outbound on a 264.
Here, Charlie, roger.
Making a ground speed right now, 124, indicating a little over 120. Oil temperature, oil pressures in the green, all the instruments look good. Nothing on the annunciator panel. Let's check our cruise checklist. Throttle product mixture instruments. Looks good there, looks good there, looks good there. And the autopilot still does have the plane right now.
31 Charlie, practice approach approved, maintain VFR equal 5.
Practice approach approved, will maintain VFR, 413 Charlie.
I had to sit my seat up just a little bit. That actually feels a lot better on the arm too now. Okay, my airplane. Positive control. So I do see the airport we're going to be landing at. And we've got a circling approach for runway 29er, so that'll work out great, because we'll essentially kind of already be on a downwind once we come back in from Morro Bay.
People 154, back to 1013.6.
86 is on the score.
We're getting a little off track from our course. Let's get this corrected.
Station 154, LA Center, Clement maintain for level 230.
Okay, heading indicator to compass. You gotta stay on that gyro drift. Right, we're at 2.2 DME from Morro Bay. And once we cross the station, we'll track that out at 084. No, correction, 264.
November 4620 Papa, contact Santa Barbara approach 120.55.
Alright, let's make this outbound turn, 264.
Santa Barbara approach, bearing 4620 Papa at 8,500.
Number 462 Papa, Santa Barbara approach, roger. Santa Barbara altimeter 3005.
3005, 20 Papa.
Legion 154, contact Los Angeles.
Let's try and grab that. Get back on that heading. 264.
Legion 154, Los Angeles Center, Clement, maintain. No, 0, clear red light. Legion 154, going to maintain for the hold 290, cleared direct and license.
A little bit high. We need to be about 4,000 or 4,100. I mean, I suppose this will be about as good of a spot as any. Alright, let's make a turn to heading 309er. And then once I round out, we'll get 1 minute on the clock.
Las Vegas Coach, good evening. November 557 Sierra Charlie 11,000 kilo. Las Vegas, good evening. November 557 Sierra Charlie 11,000 with information kilo.
November 557 Charlie, Las Vegas approach. Las Vegas altimeter 290 information kilo current. Actually, you just called with kilo. Expect to be visual approach runway 19 right.
Altimeter 999 and we'll expect a visual 19 right. 557 Sierra Charlie, thanks.
Six seconds. Alright, 1 minute. Let's do a 180-degree turn back to a heading of about maybe 135. going to be in a standard rate turn. Alright, 145, there we go. And let's tune this to back to 084. There it is.
Over 460 Papa Mix straight in runway 25, contact Bravo Tower 119.7.
Vision runway 25, contacting Santa Barbara Tower, 20. Santa Barbara Tower, bearing 462, Papa is at 4,500 descending.
Over 462 Papa Santa Barbara Tower, make straight in runway 25.
So on the inbound,
runway 25,
at or above 2800.
November 803 Foxtrot, contact San Luis Tower 124.0.
Tower 124.0, November 8033 Foxtrot. What is this place called? Oh. St. Louis Tower, November 8033 Foxtrot, 12 miles west on the VORA approach.
November 8033 Foxtrot, St. Louis Tower, circle top of the field to the left, downwind, runway 29er, runway 29er, clear to land.
Circle south of the field, runway 29er, clear to land, 8033 Foxtrot. Alright, so let's check this out here again. We're way off of our... Let's recapture our VOR because we're way out. So we can be at or above 2800 when we cross back over Memorial Bay. So let's start our descent. Carb on, prop high, mixture high, fuels on both, and I'm just gonna pull some power out. And 2800 rate. Yeah, 2800. And then 1700 and 1120 is our minimum.
November 4131 Charlie, tax Santa Barbara Tower, 119.7.
119.7. Santa Barbara, November 4131 Charlie, on the practice approach for the VOR 25, sorry.
November 4131 Charlie, Santa Barbara Tower, runway 25, clear to land number 2.
25 clear to land, this will be full stop.
Las Vegas clearance, United 318 IFR to Denver.
United 387 Las Vegas clearance, clear to the Denver Airport, departure, Tucker transition, then as filed, climb via the SID, squawk
6474.
Let's get down to maybe 2900 until we cross.
Okay, I got 474 in the squawk. What was that full squawk for United 3 team?
6474.
Okay, clear to Denver, Digit 2, Tucker transition, then is file, climb via SID, squawking 6474, United 318.
United 318, read back.
And then 1700 at Synox.
November 557, Charlie, fly heading 010, vectors to the field.
012 vectors to the field. 557, Sierra Charlie.
I have 1700 at Synox.
Agent 150 cross my center, flight level 240.
And Synox looks like it's 4 DME. I do have the airport environment made. I can understand why circling to the north isn't allowed due to the terrain there. Alright, 1800, let me power back in. We'll hang out here, carpeed off.
November 460, Papa, stay parking.
Until we get the 4 DME.
Transient parking.
And then we'll be at Synox.
November 462, Papa, Roger. Make the next lesson to Charlie, remain this frequency.
Remain this frequency, Charlie. 2 Sierra Papa.
November 557, Sierra Charlie, descend and maintain 8,000.
Down to 8,000, 557, Sierra Charlie.
And our minimums are 1120. But we have the environment made. We need to be 1.3 from the field. Alright, there's 4 DME, so we should be passing Synox. Yep. Alright, let's get down there. Field elevation is what? It's a very good question. That's alright. Field elevation 212 feet. Alright, we're 0.8 miles, so we should be good. Runway 29er, so let's get on downwind here. Field elevation 212 feet. So essentially we're about at pattern altitude. Let's trim for this. And we're pretty close, so we're essentially gonna do a 180 in there. And we need to be 1.3, we need to be within 1.3 miles from the end of the runway. I'm not sure if that includes the blast pad, displaced threshold, or the actual threshold. But I'll just assume the end of the runway is the actual end of the pavement. Carb heat on. There's a close 45 and showtime. Tell you what, we 10 degrees of flaps. We'll prepare for that bubble up. And we're just gonna circle right around in here. Beautiful. Alright. Too red, too white. I'm doing alright. Do have a bit of a displaced threshold. We do have some chevrons. It's no activity. We cannot land on our displaced threshold. So we're just going to float down here just a little bit. Give me a little bit of power. Don't want that. Don't want that sink rate.
134.6.
Alright, we're past our displaced threshold. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Alright, looks like I might be able to exit to the right here and not cross a runway. Yes, okay. Carb heat off.
Fusion 150 Los Angeles Center, descend via the rounders to arrival, runway 6 left transition to Vegas, altimeter 29er. November 550 Charlie, turn 5 degrees right, descend and maintain 6,000.
5 right, down to 6,000, 5570 Charlie.
Let's cross
November 8033 Foxtrot, taxi to parking via Alpha, remain this frequency, pass for I-10.
Parking via Alpha, remain on this frequency and pass on the I-10. Thank you, November 8033 Foxtrot. Terminal, admin, transient parking, short-term, singles. Well, let's just assume that means single engines. You know, because you know, I'm technically not single, so so we'll just consider that single engines. And this looks good right here. I'm gonna spin back around. Hawker, hello my friend, hello, hello. Hope you're doing well. Papa Charlie, thank you.
Charlie, say parking.
Right by the restaurant. Oh, there must be a restaurant here. That's good. Kinda hungry. Let's go ahead and secure our aircraft.
I'm not too familiar with this area, but probably just over here on the ramp near me.
G5 going off.
November 413 Charlie, roger, make the next left on Charlie, remain the
Carb heat's off. Let's get our strobe
next
off.
left on Charlie, remain with you. 413
Okay. Landing, after landing, flaps up, carb heat off, which we did, lights off, fuel heat off, mixture trim. Let's get that back for takeoff, and transponder, reset that.
Right, 5570 Charlie, thanks.
Alright, avionics going off, and mixture to lean, mags to off, and master to off. Okay, new tech time out, 83.8. So it's approximately 1.9. And 2663.6. Okay. Excellent, excellent. Alright, parking brakes on. I think we can go ahead and exit the aircraft. Let's head on over to that restaurant and we'll chit-chat for a minute. We'll see you over there.
Alright, well, we passed our I-10 rating on Pilot Edge. Surprisingly, I don't want to say that. I feel like I've never not been given a departure frequency before. So I was confused when we departed from our first airport because I wasn't given a departure frequency, and I asked for clarification. Excuse me. I mean, he was nice enough to provide it. I guess what I want to know, if we look at our Flight 5 departure here, so the departure controller frequency is listed there, 120.55. Now what I'm curious about is if I choose another departure, is that going to be the same? 120.55. So I guess my question at this point is, can I take that information and apply it to every departure? So is every departure plate going to have the necessary departure frequency that I need to talk to? Is there ever going to be a possibility where there may be two frequencies listed there? Things I don't know. But it was a good learning experience about the departure frequency and where it's at. Okay. Alright, so yeah, I can apply that rule essentially to every departure plate, I suppose. Unless I'm actually given a departure frequency. If I'm not given a departure frequency, then I will consult my departure plate. So if there's multiple frequencies, I guess at that point, then you would be told which one to contact. I'm assuming. Okay. Okay, good. That eliminates the guessing game. Yeah, all in all, I think we did alright. You know, our circle out of, you know, our circling departure out of Santa Barbara was kind of more ovally than circly. But we made that turn and able to apply the missed approach. We did a couple. Well, we did one teardrop entry and then one lap in the hold at Guadalupe, and then from there we proceeded to the Morro Bay VOR, tracked that outbound, made that procedure turn back inbound, and made our circling approach into runway 29er at San Luis. There's a lot of sands out there in California. Started descending. DreamNet has two remarks for me. DreamNet is my trusted advisor. He started descending until very close to the final or first approach fix for both approaches. And DreamNet, you're probably right. And it's, you know, ForeFlight is not IFR approved. It's just for situational awareness. You are correct about that. I think I probably would not have relied on it as much if I would have actually used a GPS to identify my nav points on nav1 as opposed to VLOC. Because while I can dial that localizer in and find out which direction it's at, I don't know how far I am because I don't have DME for nav1 unless I actually program it into the GPS. So we may try doing that, at least using GPS fixes not necessarily programming a whole route in, but at least possibly using it to identify the fix. And then that'll give us some accurate distance information to be able to find that fix and intercept it. Okay. So I was probably high coming into those first approach fixes. Things to work on. I do want to thank everyone for coming in today. Let me catch up on some things here real quick. Just a couple of thank yous. Iron Condor Simulations, thank you for that raid. Sorry I was kind of tied up at that moment. And some new follows today. Extreme Ninja 135, Sparky Pilot 86, and Skydiver Rob 137. Thank you for those follows so much. I greatly appreciate it. If you are new here, please feel free to go ahead and follow the channel so you can catch the next one. And as always, if you've come back to see me, I do greatly appreciate it as well. Flying is fun, but it's always more fun when it's more than one, and you all make that happen. Let me just scroll back up here through the chat, make sure I didn't miss anything. We had WestJet come in, who has been my longest viewer and my moderator. And then DreamNid was in. Melvin Leroy showed up for a little bit. Melvin Leroy does a lot of great bush flying. He does a lot of great flying. It's a really great channel to watch. Feel free to check him out. But we did some bush flying with him last night. And then on the Iron Condor Simulations, also really great to watch. I've learned a few things, just kind of lurking in his stream. Sparky Pilot, thank you. Pleasure to talk with you for a little bit. And Hawker 125 came in for a little bit. Did I miss anybody? I don't think so. Yes, reverse sensing is confusing, and in my mind initially I thought, okay, if I'm going away from the VOR or VORTAC, then I'd have to fly away from the needle to capture the needle, but that just wasn't the case. So the reverse sensing didn't come into play until we actually were on approach into Santa Maria. So that was interesting as well. I found myself, when heading to Flout, trying to capture that needle. So yeah, it's normal sensing as far as that goes. Let's see, was there anything else that I got caught up on? I wasn't quite sure how to specify my intentions leaving the hold, or after leaving the hold. And I wasn't quite sure how much information the controller wanted to know, like if I was actually on the missed approach and if I was in the hold. So I provided that information. I don't know if he necessarily needed it. Okay. Alright. So he did need that information. Okay. I don't have to tell them I'm on the missed approach right away. Okay. And I guess, well, if I wasn't on this rating, and if I didn't fly those minimums, need to fly the minimums for the rating, I suppose I could, I think technically I can, declare a missed approach any point on the approach. I don't think I have to be at a specific spot to go missed. Alright, I think that's it. Probably, so I'm not feeling too well, so I'll probably be on the ground until probably next Monday. We've got the kids coming home tomorrow. Then I just got to take it easy. So, but again, I do appreciate everyone coming in. It means so much that you take the time out of your day to hang out with me. So let's see who we can send you over to finish out your evening. Well, let's see. Let's see. Tell you what. I've only got one option on right now. Well, actually, I've got a couple options. So we can go to visit Sim Caesar, or who's doing a flight simulator, or we can go and visit BW Flight Simulation, who is working the VATSIM Oakland Center right now. So let's see. Tell you what, I'll send you over to BW Flight Simulation to finish out your evening. So until the next time, you all take care and stay safe, and we'll see you on our next regularly unscheduled flight.